What's up, folks? It's Kiki or Puda, Kiasha, Empress, High Priestess, High Font. I ain't bragging when I be calling out all them names. It just be some real shit. I was asleep. See how my hair came out my little shit? I was knocked the fuck out. But you know, I was checking some shit out online, and you know, uh, the realms wanted me to speak on it, even though I touched on some of it in a post. Okay, it's about love. You know what I'm saying? And people be thinking like love make you. Well, love can make you do a whole lot of things. You know what I mean? People think it make you weak. It's actually the opposite. You know. Um, See, there are a lot of things that are upside down in this world, and people don't look at life like that. And so it seems like that's what I have to explain to folk, because it's the relationship that you have with yourself in life in order for you to understand like how to move forward in your own life versus being stuck or stagnant and in somebody else's life. You know what I mean? I was watching a movie and I fell asleep and it's a different movie on. Okay? So like people look at being like tough, you know what I'm saying, as a strength. You gotta ask yourself, what you covering up? Because that's really what that's about. Because real tough people, they don't say nothing at all. Because they already know. Like they can look at you, map out your love language. You know what I'm saying? And the other word I would say is use it against you. It's like double side to the same coin. Meaning, let's say my nemesis, which is like the world is done in threes. It's three bitches. Okay? And so let's say one is treachery, another one is deceit, and another one is manipulation, right? And they view this as strengths within themselves. And they combine it together, right? And to them, it's a powerhouse of destruction. You know, lies, uh, shots to the ego, pride, heart, mind, soul, body, whatever, right? You can't use it like that. But then, you got a person like myself. Whatever you feel is powerful in all three of them. You know what I'm saying? You're not looking at the fact that they're showcasing their major skill. You know what I'm saying? When people are weak-minded, they put their major skills first. And then they astrobate them, exaggerate them, make them look huge as fuck. You know, because it wants it to be believable. And they want to be seen as that, right? But when you start to pay attention to a motherfucker, you could tell. Like, I'm laughing at some shit that's an inside thing, but I'm gonna try to explain it. Alright? Like, one person might have some crusty ass, ashy ass motherfucking feet. Okay? And you can tell they don't never put no lotion on no motherfuckers at all. And then you can also tell how one half of their body is kind of fucked up, you know. But they don't want you to focus on their crusty ass motherfucking feet, or how one of their sides of their body is off balance. You could tell it in the walk, you know. But they try to jazz it up with shit. Might be the heels, might be the clothes, or they want you to just focus on their face or the fucking makeup and shit, right? But when you start looking, you'll say, damn, this motherfucker do got some underlying shit that's wrong with her ass. You know what I mean? And then you should be curious to say, like, yo, I wonder how they gonna weave that into what the fuck they got going on, because it's a part of them. And the reason why it's a part of them is because of this. This is like what people don't understand about themselves or other folk. Your habits are what they are until you decide to change them. And when you don't do that, it shows. Other motherfuckers probably can't see it. But myself, I see it. And so people might say to me, like, yo, she gullible or she naive and she don't know what the fuck she doing. She don't know what the fuck she talking about. We're going to just keep, stomping on her ass. We're going to keep doing shit to her, right? Because just like I'm on this video and you see me cracking up, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, guess what? I'm getting your ass to think, too. And so with this smile on my face, you thinking like, man, I got her. And at the same time, in my mind, I'm saying, shit, I just want to be a fly on the motherfucking wall when they notice your crusty ass motherfucking feet. And your supposedly beautiful and elegant, demeanor and attire. You know what I'm saying? I just want to be a fly on the wall just to see the other shit, like, a fucked up side of her body. Let's see how that's going to operate in that dress she going to put on or some shit. And then at the same time, while motherfuckers be thinking like, yo, they pinning my ass to the motherfucking wall. And they doing shit to just kind of fuck me up and over. You know what I'm saying? The reason why I can still have a smile on my face is because, along with you doing something, which is an act, thinking something, which is a form of an act, and then actually committing the act, it's like another 3. You sealing your deal. You sealing your fate. You know what I'm saying? You writing, you getting that shit in blood. But you thinking you getting it in somebody else's blood because you cloak or you put yourself in that other person's energy, i.e., moi, right? But in reality, it's all you. Because who people see with their own 2 eyes? You. Who they see running their mouth? You. Who they see committing the acts? You. So who the fuck is you really fooling? Yourself. Not me. So I could be figuratively a fly on the motherfucking wall, or theoretically, or actually, you know what I'm saying? Because you got to keep in mind, The saying is so real. You never interrupt the devil while he or she is busy. Let them finish carrying out whatever their fucked up shit is. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you recognize it. Now, at the beginning I said I'm talking about love. And I was just talking about a form of like love, fuckery and trickery and shit. But it is a form of love. And let me explain to you why. Because whether I'm around you or not, I'm on the screen or not, I write a story, or I don't do shit and sit back. Oh boy, you got me on your brain all fucking day. See what I'm saying? It's that love to hate, you know. And then it's another form of obsession, desire, you know. Just wanting the feeling. And unfortunately, but fortunately, some people do heinous things for love. You know. Whether because my energy is love and they want to be in it, or if it's because they actually love someone and that person doesn't love them back, or they are infatuated with someone and they think it's love, but it's not. You know, we must tell the difference. And when you tell the difference, you confront it. And you have to stop looking at people as actual people and look at them as an entity of various sorts. You know, trickery, treachery, lies, deceit, manipulation, envy, jealousy, sabotage are different entities. And people can have a lot of them. But when they dress it up, and because the world is capitalizing off of the negative, people think that the negative is hot shit and the way to go. And it's not. That's like one variation. So imagine when you start to pay attention and you see only that one variation. And you trick a community, an organization, a nation, a country, a world into that one way of thinking. I don't want to have to say it because I don't want people to feel dumb as fuck, but you know it's more than one way of thinking out here. And either like you're scared to exercise it, meaning vocalize it, or you don't believe in the other variations that exist. Or what other people really like to do is whatever form of reality that was given to them, they rather adopt it, accept it, and worship it. And they can have all the convictions in the world going on all inside of them. And they still would be like, I mean, I feel it. I understand it. I hear you. But, I was taught this. That's that nudge. That's your ancestors showing you love. They trying to knock on your dome, knock on your heart, knock on your body, and say, stop it. Learn from us. We fucked up. We don't want you to keep fucking up. But you gotta pay attention to the signs within yourself and your outside of your surroundings, of your people, your enemies, loved ones, strangers, don't matter. And because love is the highest vibration, it's all different forms of love. Love ain't always gotta be, that shit you see on TV. You know what I mean? Love is fucking truth. Everybody's so concerned about getting their feelings hurt, being embarrassed, not being looked at as what they portray themselves to be, going against the grain by doing that. When you don't honor yourself, you don't honor your vessel, you don't honor your lineage, you don't honor your heritage, and you don't honor God. And when you only got what they say supposedly one life to live, why fuck it up intentionally? Fucking it up intentionally is going back to your past, thinking you can recreate the past in the motherfucking future. No one can do that. You know why? Because let's say if my house was set up the motherfucking same, it might look the same in the motherfucking picture. But guess what? See these two pictures behind me? I bet you in a past lifetime, them motherfucking pictures was set up differently. Might be an inch off, might be 2 inches off, might be a little further up, further down. Nothing is ever exact, because no one and nothing is ever perfect. Perfect doesn't make you unique. Perfect is an assembly line, motherfuckers. All your Barbie bitches. No disrespect to, when people call themselves a Barbie and they might be famous. You know what I'm saying? I'm just referencing the assembly line. Everybody getting the same ass and titties. Everybody getting the same color, hair, nails, whatever. Everybody looking the same. And I go back to the same analogy, and I think I might have shared it. Okay? 4 men in my family. My grandpa, my dad, my brother, my nephew. They all stretch their hands out. They all put their hands on their hips. Then they all reached their right hand in the pocket. 3 of them took out their cigarettes. No, let me scratch that. 2 of them took out their cigarettes. My grandpa and my dad. And they hit them. They open them. My brother, he asked, let me get a smoke. You know what I'm saying? Then my dad was like, feeling around, oh, who got a light? My nephew the whole time, he still had his hand in his pocket. And my nephew did not take his hands out of his pockets. until the other three men took their left hand out of their pockets. So once he took both heads out. They stood the same way, all bow-legged. They always looking the same way. They always thinking. And then they conversed with their cigarettes. I captured it in an old phone. I'll never forget it. And took a picture, maybe a video too. But the assembly line, no. There's no uniqueness in the assembly line. But bloodline, that's the duality to the assembly line. My bloodline is in sync. In sync is uniqueness, not perfection. And because they are in sync, if they realize the gifts that they have, the intuitiveness will translate into telepathy. You get it? It also showcases ancestor, knowledge and wisdom effortlessly. Because no one was in front of any of them telling them, attention, salute, at ease, proceed, break. It was done. Man, I don't even know what words you want to put there. But that's a unique quality that when you come from something strong, it stands out. And you want that strength to keep carrying on. That's love. I want you to understand how I come to that. Their DNA was talking to each other. Man. And that DNA overwritten their mind and heart. Instinctively, they were connected on an entire different level than this 3D. And they didn't even know it. They didn't even understand it. Because none of them were looking at each other. They all were looking forward. Understand that. And as it happened, none of them looked to the left or the right. Forward. And the only time they turned their head, hey, let me get a cigarette. You know, who got a lighter? They went back to looking forward, having a conversation. If you can't feel the power in what I just said, you're empty inside. And if you need something to give you some strength or some power, And if you felt what I said, you need to use it to strengthen your bloodline. Because when people say your kid is your mini-me, he can be your devilish doppelganger mini-me, or that golden child. Now, what people are upset about with me is because the world is filled with men that feel like, they should be where I'm at. Then some men look at it like, damn, she tougher than us niggas out here. And instead of looking at it as a strength, they look at it as a weakness because I'm a woman. But in reality, you should say like, damn, yo, she used her brain and not her body. And that means I use more of my brain versus my body. And because of that, I am intellectually savvy more than I think I am. And instead of me downing this woman, I need to not only give her props, and she should give me something too. Let me pat myself on the back too. Let me just analyze different shit in my own fucking life where I know my life would have been dead, over, gone. But I used my wits about me. And I made it out. That's a testament of strength. That's a testament of bravery. That's a testament of, hey, I ain't laying down. Nah. I ain't giving up. I'm going to keep going. Now, to all of y'all in the wrong that just want to, what's the word? You want to focus on that end. Like, I ain't laying down. I ain't backing down. I ain't giving up. You're doing yourself a disservice. For real. And the reason why you're doing yourself a disservice because you're going against the grain. Going against the grain is, number one, we black. And if I'm black and you black, and you're going against me because you're looking at it as a power struggle, but you can obviously see, strategy-wise, I'm winning. Just pay your homage, salute, bow out gracefully, or either be brave and say, you know what? Now I see where you're coming from. Now I understand why you took the stance that you took. And I'd rather work with you in this army of yours than against you. Because I was going against my better judgment when I did that. Or I will admit I was egotistical, self-absorbed. I was in my ego, I was focused on the greed, the money, and I was focused on the power. Instead of focusing on the fact that if I dwell in all the areas too much that God has said is a sin, meaning the 10 Commandments, it leads to death. So people will look at me like, how dare this bitch, think she talking to me like this? Or she predicting my death, or she saying this because I do this, I'ma die, or da 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 da. It's none of that. The Bible tells you lessons or blessings. There are limits in the lessons, but they're unlimited blessings. And the way you get unlimited blessings is to not overdo your limits in your lessons. So that means, why the fuck would you keep doing the same shit and thinking you're gonna get a different result and you still don't, but you keep doing the shit? Isn't that backwards repetition? But you trying to move it forward. It's gonna always do this to you, cause the tape know this. Forward, backwards. But see, this what life do. They know this. Forward, right? But when your mind in the past, no matter what it is, and you constantly doing the repeat, it's like it's going like this. And you stuck in that. You stuck in it. It looks like you moving forward. What are you doing? What are you doing? You ain't doing shit. Fucking yourself up. And so, just in case people think that I don't love people or every fucking body, or that what I'm saying doesn't even correlate with love or correlate with high frequency or vibrational matches, check this out. You can eat too much and die. You can speak too much and die. You can fuck too much and die. You can murder too much and die. And any more of the commandments, you do any of them too much, die. It's that simple. If you don't want to die, then guess what you do? You start to fucking think. That's what you do. You need to say to yourself like, damn, I already banged 10 bitches and shit. I'm just going to be nice about it. A week. But if you ran through that in a couple of days, and you thinking as you catching these bodies, because I hate it when people be like, yo, how many bodies you got? What? Had a dude say that. I said, what the fuck you mean? What? Then he said, yeah, I caught like 300 bodies. I looked, I said, he was proud. I tried to explain to him. 300 demons. At the minimum. Okay? And if another person had 5 or 10 more extra, 20 more extra, whatever, added, that shit could get up to whatever. The number can just keep growing. Especially you keep going back to fuck them too. Anything too much, you die. you know. But I'm using myself as an example. I like the guy, and I talk to him, right? And so, if I fucked him, his 300 bodies transfer, but they don't fully transfer. You can't dump. That's what that is. It's a dump. You can't dump. Mm-mm. You know, there's no way to get rid of what you already got. Mm-mm. That's why everything is temporary. And if a person got any sense with themselves, you know what I'm saying? They'll clean this shit up. You know, it might take a little time because you gotta figure out what you was doing, what you shouldn't have been doing, and all that. And that person did shit he shouldn't have been doing. But he paying for it. Not me. But he don't understand. It's because you bragging about what you smashing. Some of that shit ain't quality. It's just open for business. And so anybody that's open for business all the time, you can look at it like, damn, that store making some fucking money. It is. What else is that store doing though? It's selling something that don't belong to that store. Anyway, me conversating is love. Educating is love. You know, spreading the word is love. You know, without no malicious intent. Meaning, and I don't want nobody that belongs to any organization or any shit to get upset. I understand that whatever advice or specialty that you have and you deliver it and there's money exchanged, you get that. You want to get paid for your time. Everybody deserves compensation. And what I'm putting out, I'm not getting compensated for it. It's like my bank in the ethers is building up. Then motherfuckers on this 3D was stealing. And the only way to get them to stop is they gotta get caught. So if my light irritates your demons, I'm just gonna keep shining that motherfucker until you be in the hole that you set for yourself. You know, because if I'm nowhere near the hole that you set for me, because you think it's for me, because I'm supposed to be acting on what you thinking, and I don't act on what you thinking, so that means the hole is set for you. The power of walking away, the power of not giving a fuck, of just being nosy, the power of giving a fuck about standing on business, handling business, being about your shit, and taking shit, you know, into your own hands, not really leaving everything up to somebody else. You know, and it's simple. How do you kill the devil? With the truth. The religion, beginning of time, is truth. Before Satan fell to the earth, supposedly, And that's lies. Truth was here. This world existed way before Satan. It took Satan a while to come on the scene. And you never ask yourself, like, what the fuck were they doing before that shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, even ask yourself if it really was these big ass fucking animals. And people always was here. And people bodies adjust to the era and time. So you can tell by the era and time before us how the horses was bigger and the people was bigger, and it fit them. And then they was able to build our civilization. So the further you go back in time, the bigger the animal, the bigger the human. You know, the smallness of the animal, smallness of the human, reduced not only in size, but reduced in mentality. Because when we were bigger, first getting here closer to God, everything communicated with everything. And there was no confusion about nothing. And so that means even if some greens was motherfucking planted, or you figured out how to cultivate and put 3 seeds together to make some motherfucking collard greens, them damn greens, when they started to sprout, they was already talking to you. And they was saying, we ready. You want to eat us? That's why we was planted. And we grew good too, to give you all the nourishment. And shit, go ahead and pluck us, because we ready to be cooked. And you gonna love us when you eat us. Okay? And the humans say, well, right on. Appreciate you. Thank you. You know, I was trying to figure out the shit I was supposed to eat and the shit I won't supposed to eat. Because they use telepathy. And I'm laughing because it's like people forget that that was a thing. It's kind of like even when you had to eat meat and you had to sacrifice an animal, you know what I'm saying? There were ancient beings that did telepathy. You know, and the animal community, they understood the telepathy. There's books about it. And then an animal would come forward. And the tribe would say, hey, we understand it's time for a sacrifice. And we got this one ready for you. He or she already understands why. They already understood how they need to be and act throughout their life to be able to handle what you need to handle. And he or she, as the animal, is brave and they're ready. And the animal tribe pray. The actual animal pray. The human tribe prayed, and the human that had to complete out the sacrifice prayed. Because whatever that animal was doing wasn't in vain, and whatever that human was doing wasn't in vain. That is love. Then on top of it too, the tribe of the animal understood like how he or she was supposed to be raised, so he wasn't or she wasn't in turmoil, strife, just hurt, scared, you know, developing things like cancer, diabetes, depression, anxiety, because animals get it too. And if you understood environments shape all living things, then guess what? The environments they put animals in, if it terrifies them, that means it's going to terrify you once it's inside of you. People don't want you to truly grasp that and understand. Even though there's documentaries about all of this shit. Books too. But the education period is a form of love. Even back then, beginning of time, forms of love, respect, reverence, acknowledgement, and appreciation, along with some gratitude, fortitude, and some magnitude to the gods. And so when you fast forward and we have done the stair step, we was up here, down there, down there, down there, and you see what the reduced form of us looks like. Chaos, conflict, drama, trauma, karma, bad news. He said, she said. What I gotta tell the truth, folks. Ain't nobody gonna know. They don't see me, so shit. I'm good. Fuckery. You gotta get it in order to understand. We, all around the world, are at the bottom, the end of life. Okay? And so when people think the end, they think apocalypse, right? The apocalypse is only what's in here. Meaning that Genesis says the world was done and redone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. They want to keep you on this 6. People don't count the 7 because they say on the 7th day God rest. When on the 7th day did God rest? What time? What does God consider a fucking day? It's 7. They want to keep you in the 6 loop. Making you think the world is balanced and it's not. It's just on repeat. 7 breaks the repetition. And at the end of the 7, you can look at it like renewal, replenish, restart, redemption. Don't matter what the fuck you look at it as. You know what I mean? But what you gotta understand is this. We down here. Now we gotta start going back up to God. And one or two things God could do. Keep us going up like this. Or God's gonna say, man, the numbers need to continue. Even though it's technically a restart. It's just God woke up from his sleep, from her sleep, because they were trapped. Okay? And now that God is awoken. He and she are gonna finish their job. Now he's doing the 8. You know? And God is gonna do it like one or two ways. He's gonna do the 8, the 9, the 10, the 11, the 12, and hit the 7 again. 13. Because they had stuck on the 6. Or God's gonna do it like this. You got the 8 because the continuous loop. The 9, the 10, the 11, the 12. And the third way is they bring both of them up, around. And then you look at it, it's still a cross. And you wrap it around the world that way, and you wrap it around the world that way. But it seals it. No matter what, it's renewed. So if you don't know what you yourself did in the past, why don't you just try some new shit? Because it's the future. Are there any books on the 8th? If they are, they're not privy to us. You know. And a lot of beings here only really go past like the 9th etherical like existence. It's not many of us that go further than that. I just go the farthest because I am with the beginning people, the 13. So it's not like my knowledge is like super profound. My knowledge is from my ancestors and my DNA. It's from my angels in my DNA, the gods in my DNA. And I can like look at books, listen to documentaries and all that kind of stuff, and things click, but I go within a lot. I make sure to get clarity a lot. And people might think that, that shit's boring. Like, they might be like, yo, she ain't no fun, she don't be doing shit, and, you know, all she do is love and light, and she in meditation all the time, you know what I'm saying, and we got her ass. But I'm telling you, even when I'm out, I could be partying all day, every day, because I've done it. But at the same time, my meditation never stopped. My contemplation never stopped. My analyzation of shit never stopped. And I was on point. And I was rejecting stupidity from a lot of dumb motherfuckers. But when I decided to move out of logic to emotion, and I took heed to the sympathy of these people, it wasn't that they had to tell me their circumstances. I could see it on them. And I wanted to help the broken. And I'm just an example of telling you you need to think twice before you do that. Because the broken understand one thing. I'm broken, and I say I want to be fixed. I say I want to be healed. I say I want to be loved. But that's just some shit I say. I know once I get inside your mind, your heart, and your home, I'm going to take from you. I'm going to steal from you. I'm going to remove all that's dear to you because I don't have it. And I feel like I need it more than you. I don't give a fuck if you work for it. I'm going to take it. Just because I wasn't taught how to work for it. It's like a need with no like the desire of the need doesn't get quenched. It's just an endless battle within. I need this. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. I gotta have it. Because they're really totally in fear. And people think you can buy your way out of fear. But fear is the true opposite of love. Hate is not the opposite of fear. Hate is not the opposite of love. Fear is the opposite of love. Because fear is more terrifying than hate. You can close your eyes and you can picture it. A person could run their fucking mouth until they blew in the damn face talking about how much they hate you. But when it comes time to talk about their fears, they can't. They're scared. Because they think if they talk about it, it will come true. It will be true. And then that is them setting up their fate. That they have right. Because they've done so much trifling shit to good ass motherfucking people out of fear. But this is the part where I'm going to change it up a little bit. Now you know a little bit more about me, a little bit more about some people or situations, okay? Love transcends all. Time, space, lifetimes, don't matter. Removes the hate, removes the fear. Love does a lot of shit to help people, whether you know that or not. Okay? And when you have a union that is supposed to not just exhibit love, feel love, willing to just be all for like who you're with. it's like you know that the bond is beyond earth. You know it goes deeper than that. Okay? And there's a reason for that. And the reason is this. Mm, mm. That ain't the reason, but this is the reason. I'm making sure I put everything in its proper context before it comes out of my mouth. Everyone has a timeline. Everyone has a destiny. Everyone has a point that they must reach in their lifetime. And that point is your destiny. The reason there is destinies for people that are supposed to reach that point is because God wants to magnify that point, that destiny, that understanding, that evolvement, the embodiment, the bond. It's meant for the world to see it, be it, absorb it, fulfill it, and breathe life into it. It is called a shift in consciousness, a shift in the mindset, a shift in the wind, the change of the seasons, more than that, the change of the fucking planet, the change of the world. And you can think small all day and say 2 motherfucking people can't change the motherfucking world. Then why the fuck would God give us a goddamn destiny if that shit ain't true? And then if that shit ain't true to you yet, when you look my black ass up and you can see that I'm on point with all my shit for my motherfucking destiny, that means I have debunked the fucking myth. That means my truth is real. That means the shit you on is fucking wrong. Period. Ain't shit right about it. And you need to stop it. And you need to change. And you need to say, shit, what the fuck is my destiny? Let me find my point and my people. This is the other shit you fuck up when you just dismiss what you think is trivial. Because people are looking at my life like a game. People are looking at playing with my love life like a game. The reason why it's not. When you come across a life that's hooked, intertwined, infused, weaved, sewed, attached, glued to God, what do you not understand? That's a God thing you fucking with. And I don't give a fuck if I'm a God or if I'm an angel, or if I'm a demon, or if I'm a heathen, or a motherfucking peasant. It's like, if I'm a divination motherfucker, right? I'm in this etherical realm, barking up other motherfucking trees and shit, and I come across this one. And you say, hey, I'm Kiki. Nice to meet you. The guard looks at you. See, nah, you ain't got the features like Kiki. You ain't the same complexion like Kiki. You don't have that wit. Smile. You know, that shit like her. But you think because the gatekeeper's nice, that you're just going to be like, yes, I am. I'm going to do my song and dance. I'm going to click my motherfucking heels. I'm going to tap. And I'm going to bow gracefully. You know. But when you get in there, or when they let you peek or anything, and you see something, and you follow the tether, and every time you follow it, God, 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 faith, deliverance, just reverence, just angelic, gold. It's like all this shit, it don't dawn on your ass that everywhere I motherfucking turn is something angelic in her shit. And no matter if I want it, even the fucking devil, Satan, the goddamn Lucifer is angelic. The demons got stripes up in her fucking shit. Yeah, I think I need to get out of here because I'm just, oh boy, I'm on demon time like a motherfucker. And I can tell in here, I'm gonna get caught. But no, the little leprechaun in your little stupid ass will just be like, yickety, ooh, all the pots of gold. Ah, angelic gold. Angelic blessings. Oh, even the demons are nice. Oh, I'm just gonna take all this shit. Whole time. You're surveilled. Man. This is why they say you never interrupt the devil while he or she is busy. You know why? Because they can't get caught. If you want the devil to be caught, just let them think that you're clueless. You don't know what you're talking about. And, like, why put up a fight? I don't need everybody to think. If someone is fucking with you, and everybody they go to, they telling lies on you, and they want you to feel bad about yourself because they talking some shit about you, and they got all these goddamn people against you. You let it be. You know why you let it be? You never interrupt the devil. Let a motherfucker busy. Because he or she will never be caught. That means that's an interception to the play. You know what I mean? Go ahead and let them get the goal. And getting the goal might be this. Yes, I want to break into your car. Yes, I want to steal. And yes, I have on all black. And yes, I've checked to see if people are outside and if there are any cameras. You know? And I have gotten away with this scot-free. But they don't think that you put things in the things that they stole. So you know it's stolen. And they don't think that other people are watching them because they don't come outside. But they are. They're watching you in silence, like me. Because why interrupt you? Can't convict you if we interrupt you. We can't slap them charges, them cases. We can't even have a motherfucking say if we interfere. So if I argued with you back, that's both of us in court, right? If I fought with you back, it's both of us in court still. Then it's the thing of my word against yours. But if I don't engage, and that's all you're doing is engaging, and you're engaging behind my back, and you're engaging shitty shit to say for it to be real behind my back. All it takes is one person to understand. Damn, you doing a lot of this shit behind this motherfucker back. You know, and I notice she ain't with you. She ain't rocking with you. She ain't behind you. Nothing. I also notice too, you get cocky around certain people. And I also notice when it's time for you to put your money where your mouth is, you rather run your mouth. But then it's going to be other people that notice it too. And guess what? It turns to an act of desperation. It turns into, man, not only serious problems, but serious shit that you held back that was important and vital information. Again, never disrespect the devil or that motherfucker busy. All that is still love. Because you're going to sit your ass down. You're going to fucking think. You're going to realize the shit that you did that was so fucked up. And you're going to analyze that shit. And you're going to learn some motherfucking lessons. And you're going to learn how not to be who you are. And you're going to learn to find who you really are. Be that. There's no value in being someone else. There's no honor in trading places. There's no respect for one to live another motherfucker's truth. When you're a liar, man, it's like, damn, how does that feel? When all the fucking lies come crashing down on your ass. You gotta pay for every fucking lie too, on earth. You know? Why would I want to get caught up in your shit and pay for your shit? That's love for self right there. That's me saying, hell fuck no. Mm-mm. I like it on the outside. You know? But you know what people do when they interfere with your love and your destiny? Especially to y'all men. When you busting your ass, you making this money, and your money grow. You need to look at who it grew with. Right? Then when you switch partners, and your money go out the fucking door, window, drafts in that bitch. You know what I mean? Ain't none of the seals working. Need to look at who you fucking, who you with. Motherfucker ain't got no insides. Ain't nothing prosperous. Ain't nothing abundant. Ain't no growth. Ain't no life. It's just death. That means that's a death to everything that you built in real fucking time. Not in later time. Not in before time. Not after. Nah. Real motherfucking time. Real time. And best way I can put it is, you could be $1 million man, but then you started losing millions. You ain't losing hundreds. You ain't losing a couple of thousand. You losing fucking millions. Better stop and start looking at shit. That's damn fast. You know. You get with somebody, then you able to think, and you can replace them millions like that. It's like, whoa. Wait a minute now. Okay. That's the key. Everything is energy. But when you have no life inside of you, when you want to hurt, kill, steal, and you're empty, your heart and your mind, you're dead. You're really just a zombie, or you're really just a shell. You're really just a motherfucking vessel. And that's why you snatch fucking souls. Because you need to feel something. Because you don't feel shit. You just, you feel the fucked up pleasures you get out of it. But the thrill be over so fast, you want another thrill. Keep doing more fucked up shit, And that shit ain't cool. So that ain't gonna continue, you get it? Only way to find life again, break your insides down. Kind of like Noah's Ark. And if you remember in the movie, and they're on the mountain as they're going to find the giants, and then they see a flower bloom on a mountain of darkness. Child of life. That's life. I am that. You have to find that. Your heart ain't supposed to be stone. Brain ain't supposed to be stone. That what the fuck y'all thought I was, but the other bitches is stone as fuck. I have life all day. You could tell once you talk to me, or get around me, or know of me. You gonna be like, what the fuck? She don't match none of the shit you talk about. There's also creativity and being a thinker too. So even in my smile, boy, I be thinking up in this bitch. That's why my creativity don't stop. Even if I was mean shit, still thinking. But I never think about sabotaging a motherfucker. That's what keep me vibing high as fuck. I'll never think about destroying a motherfucker. Some of y'all need destroying too. I be wanting to bad as fuck. But I just say, let the words do it. You know. Really, y'all got some nasty attitudes. Shitty ass motherfucking brains. Fucked up ass hearts. And man. But that shit ruins empires. Don't grow them. It deletes them, depletes them, erases them, kills them. You know? So I think everybody in the killing game need to just retire because the life game is what's popping now. Okay. I'm sure everybody got a better understanding now. Yeah. And you know it's crazy? Motherfuckers will be looking at my smile and shit, and they be like, damn, that bitch got tricks for days. That smile be saying a whole lot of shit. Smile be luring too, though. Get your ass. You know. And only certain people got like that kind of charm or flow, a little bit of flavor. It's because as I'm smiling here, my heart is smiling too. Yeah. And like I told God, as many times you done saved my life, yo. Yeah, I don't mind. I get you one. Then I said, fuck it, I get you hundreds. I said, oh shit. And when I think about the third time, I'm gonna get you thousands. Fourth time, nigga, shit. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go on tour with this shit. I'm gonna get you the motherfucking world. I'ma save this whole motherfucking world. Because God decided to believe in my black ass, and my black ass decided to believe in God. But reality is, we've been decided on each other long before now. And all y'all decided on was a motherfucking devil. So I'm gonna end with this shit. Imagine, I ain't even high. I had woke up and I was like, yo, I'm gonna talk to y'all motherfuckers. But just imagine this shit. You like 6 feet tall. Maybe 6'5" or 7 feet. Either way, there's a midget. I always laugh when I think about the midget, but I'm short as fuck. But okay, we got a midget. Midget is, I think, under 4'5" or 4'4" or some shit like that, right? And that motherfucker talking shit. And you just looking down at his ass like, yo, all I can do is just, just kick you like a little football. And they know it. They know it. But their confidence is big and tall, like your body. Even though they're not physically tall, that's how they feel. And you can have an evil ass midget, ego, all that, whatever the fuck, is still that big. Or you can have an angelic ass midget. Its ego and pride and shit is placed in the right place for it to be tall. But you can manifest off of them both. You just get different results. And the only way you can really take your midget serious if you put them on your shoulder. Oh, till you understand a little bit more. You got your devil on one side, your angel on the other. Well, which one of y'all got two midgets? I know some people that got two midgets, and they ain't been made into a whole person yet. It will take you a long time. But you're going to think about what I said, or you're going to get it. And I'm going to go. I want y'all to have a nice, happy Tuesday. Vote day. Like that. November the 5th. Oh. And in court, none of y'all can plead the 5th. None of you can plead insanity. None of you can plead like you got all these mental problems and all this shit. Nah. When you keep making a plan after plan after plan, and you keep executing it different ways, you ain't shit. Ain't no fucking wrong with your mental. You just mentally motherfucking disturbed that you can't get what you want. That's all. That is it. You gonna have to eat that shit. Alright? Later, yo.